Hello everyone, and welcome to our first Baxter Student Ambassador Program webinar of the 2020 season. Presenting for us today is Lynn Arbour, one of our finalists from Georgian College in Barrie. Now, before we get started, I'd like to let all the attendees know that if you have any questions during this presentation, just type them into the Q&A box, which is found in your Zoom toolbar, and those questions will be answered after the presentation has finished. Hi Lynn, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you, Dan?
I'm great, thanks. And since you're already sharing your screen with us, Lynn, you can get started whenever you're ready.
All right, so good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your schedules to be here today to listen to my presentation. As Dan mentioned, my name is Lynn Arbour, and I'm a student at Georgian College in Barrie, Ontario. And today I'll be talking to you about travel industry associations and how they can benefit you as travel industry professionals. All right, so topic overview. The associations I'll be talking about today are the Travel Industry Association of Ontario, also known as TIAO, the Association of Canadian Travel Agencies, ACTA, and SCAL Canada. And for each association, I've broken down into 5 components. So I'll give a brief overview of the association. I'll talk about their goals, how they benefit you as travel professionals. I'll talk a little bit about the memberships, and I'll talk about any sustainable initiatives that I found through my research. So the first association I'll be talking about today is the Tourism Industry Association of Ontario, as mentioned, also known as TIAO. They were founded in 2007, and they're a nonprofit organization that's located in Toronto, Ontario, that is the recognized voice of the tourism industry in the province. So they advocate the importance of tourism as an economic driver in the province and also as a job creator for the economy. They are a leader in government relations on behalf of the Ontario tourism industry, and they represent tourism businesses and operators, as well as educators, regional tourism organizations, and destination marketing organizations. The association, they use evidence-based policy recommendations to help the provincial government tackle any pressing policy issues that impact the Ontario tourism industry. And they help tourism professionals connect with one another through events and conferences, including the Ontario Tourism Summit that they hold every year. TIAO represents over 188,000 businesses in the province, as well as 391,000 employees. So their vision is to have an economic prosperity for Ontario throughout tourism. And their mission is to be the unified voice of the diverse tourism industry in Ontario in order to realize prosperity and growth. Their mandate is to ensure favorable public policy, verify relevance and return on investment for their members, build and support a collaborative network of tourism professionals, and maintain sustainability within the organization. So how does TIAO benefit you as a travel professional? So as it is with all of the associations in this presentation, it's an investment in your professional career that'll help you develop your name in the industry. The association specifically will help you understand any issues and policies within the tourism industry, and they keep you notified whenever there's any changes made to the legislation. As there's a lot of people who are joining this association, their voice becomes stronger when they talk to the government about industry-related issues. So we are bigger in numbers. They have exclusive member material on their website that can help you grow your own business. There's special pricing on events for members. So if you want to join the Ontario Tourism Summit or you want to go to the TIAO Golf Tournament, which is one of their biggest networking events, you will get special pricing on those events. They provide networking opportunities as aforementioned. And also students are encouraged to get memberships so that they can have an early introduction to the industry and make connections early on in their careers. It helps them understand the policies and legislations related to the tourism industry. They also have access to reduced event rates if they would like to join any of the events that TIAO hosts. And they have access to a job board, which allows them to see any opportunities, whether they be internships or job positions within the association, so that they can apply to those positions. So membership fees are due annually, and it depends on the budget of the association that is applying for the membership. So any association that has a budget under $250,000 can look to be paying $375 for their membership. and it goes up to businesses exceeding $5 million for their budget. Those companies would be looking to pay $6,270. Educational institutions would be looking to pay $545, and students who are from a school that is affiliated with TIAO would be paying $35 for membership, and those that are in schools that are not affiliated with the organization would be paying $45. So other benefits that come with being a member of TIAO is SilkStart. So SilkStart is actually a customer relationship management program that TIAO uses to keep track of all of their members. By being a member, you also have access to SilkStart, and you'll have reduced rates for the installation fee as well as the monthly fees to continue using this product. They are also affiliated with Sustainable Tourism 2030, which is an organization that helps the tourism industry meet the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. They offer corporate and employee training programs so that those businesses can be more sustainable in their practice and be part of a greener economy. They also help provide certifications as well as funding for sustainable businesses, and they offer ways that businesses can help reduce their carbon footprint. So TIAO is actually the exclusive provider of sustainable tourism in the province of Ontario, and members receive preferred rates for their certifications, and they also have access to knowledge groups and resources from the organization. The second bit of sustainability that I want to talk about for TIAO is the Ontario Tourism Awards of Excellence. So one of the awards that they award to a professional in the association is the Sustainable Tourism Award, where they recognize an organization, business, or individual that demonstrates leadership in sustainable practices within the province of Ontario. So in 2019, the recipient of this award was Tourism Oxford, and they received this award for the Future Oxford Community Sustainability Plan, which had the county committing to achieve 100% renewable energy, as well as zero waste, and working towards zero poverty. The second association I'm going to talk about today is the Association of Canadian Travel Agencies, also known as ACTA. So they were founded in 1977 and were called the Alliance of Canadian Travel Associations. They were actually a part of their American counterpart, the American Society of Travel Agents, but they decided to segregate themselves so they can better focus on industry issues and concerns within the country of Canada. And then in 1998, 1999, they changed their name to the Association of Canadian Travel Agencies. So they represent the retail sector of tourism industry, as the sector plays an important role in the country's economy. They also are an industry-led nonprofit organization that advocates for its members to the government, regulatory agencies, as well as travel suppliers. And they also advocate for to their consumers so that they know the benefits of using professional travel agents. They're owned by their members and governed by a board of directors, and they are represented in 7 regional councils, including the Atlantic, Quebec, Ontario, Manitoba/Nunavut, Saskatchewan/the Northwest Territories, and British Columbia/Yukon. Their head office is located in Mississauga, Ontario, and they have over 12,000 agents working in ACTA member agencies across the country. So their vision is travel agencies operating in a sustainable environment who are recognized as an expert source. Their mission is to foster the success and prosperity of our travel agency members. As for their mandate, they advocate to government, suppliers, and other organizations through one strong voice. They educate and elevate the industry standards and professionalism through certifications, accreditations, and other learning opportunities. To promote the value of retail travel industry to traveling public and actively position travel agencies and agents as travel experts. And finally, to connect their members with information, contacts, and programs needed to achieve more effective awareness and sales. So how does ACTA benefit you as a travel professional? So they keep pace with changing requirements within the industry so that you can keep focusing on the growth of your own business. As aforementioned, they advocate on behalf of their members to the government, regulatory agencies, suppliers, as well as consumers. They offer continuing education programs on their ACTA campus website, and this allows you to continue to develop your professional career as a travel agent. They are also the Canadian travel industry's source to help complete necessary criteria to achieve promotional designations of the Certified Travel Counselor and the Certified Travel Manager. And they also help those seeking to write those exams to find proctored locations if they're having issues locating one themselves. They offer a lot of networking opportunities through events and conferences. They also support assistance for your business if you need any help with legislation or policies. They have a member-only content website, which also offers you with knowledge and tips on how you can better run your business or how you can help your professional development. And they also offer savings on home and auto insurance as well as employee benefits. And they have a member perks card, which allows you to have thousands of savings on brand name shops, as well as local shops, restaurants, and activities. So their fees are also due annually, and it depends on the type of membership that you purchase. So the fees will vary. The 5 types of membership that they offer are retail, independent travel agent, travel supplier, international, and travel or tourism education facilities. For the purpose of this presentation, as I'm talking about travel agents, they fit into the retail sector of the industry, so I'm focusing on the retail eligibility for membership. So if you are part of a regulated province, which includes British Columbia, Ontario, and Quebec, the agency is asked to provide a provincial registration number, as well as an IATA or TIDS number, if applicable in the application process. And then for provinces that are not regulated, as well as the territories, they need to provide the IATA or TIDS number as well. And they need to provide proof of a provincially registered business license, errors and omissions insurance, and the manager or supervisor at the agency needs to meet the minimum requirement of having 3 years of retail experience in the travel sector. They need to have a net sales of $10,000 in a 12-month period, and they need to be working on average 20 hours per week. So ACTA and sustainability. So they are an association partner of Tourism Cares, which is a nonprofit organization that unites the travel and tourism industry to benefit the people and places our industry depends on. So they use the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals to help create a positive impact in the tourism industry. And they offer a Good Travels Advisor Certificate, which is a 6-chapter online course that people can take in order to further develop their knowledge and skills in the area of sustainability and tourism. This allows them to deepen the client relationships that they already have, and it also allows you to create new relationships with new clients. So the certification costs $22 US. However, ACTA members save $5 US on the fee. There's also the ACTA Air Canada Awards, which showcase the accomplishments and dedications of ACTA members. And the 2 awards that I wanted to highlight in this presentation are the Tomorrow's Leader Award, as well as the Gerald Heifetz Trailblazer Award. The Tomorrow's Leader Award is awarded to an individual who has a keen interest in issues that influence the future of travel and is a role model for other young professionals. So as sustainability is a big pressing issue in the tourism community right now, that could be an award that is dedicated to somebody to recognize their achievements. And the Gerald Heifetz Trailblazer Award is awarded to an individual or organization who in the most recent year has had significant positive impact on the role and status and sustainability of the Canadian travel industry. So SCAL Canada, so I'm just going to give a brief overview of SCAL International. It's the largest global network of tourism professionals in the world. They are a professional organization of tourism leaders that promote global tourism, friendship, and business. The first club was founded in Paris in 1932, but it wasn't until 1934 that the association was developed. They had more clubs that could meet from different areas and talk about tourism in their areas. And today the association has over 22,000 members in 500 different clubs across 90 different countries. For SCAL Canada specifically, they're the Canadian division of this organization. It's a great resource for Canadian clubs to meet and interact, and it also allows them to connect with one another across the country. So their vision is to be a trusted voice in travel and tourism. And their mission is, through our leadership, professionalism, and friendship, work to achieve our vision, maximize networking opportunities, and support a responsible tourism industry. So how does Skull Canada benefit you as a travel professional? So they offer a lot of opportunities for global connections. They have a lot of international conferences that they think their members should attend so that they can make those connections internationally and be more aware of what's going on in other parts of the world. This also allows you to reach top suppliers and partners on a global level. As aforementioned, you're informed of other markets, so you can make those meaningful connections with travel agents from other countries, and you get to know more of the political, economic, or environmental situation in those areas, and you can take that information back to your agency or your clients and share that information with them. It helps place your business on a global scale. It enriches your personal life and professional life. They're associated with a lot of social associations, including sustainable tourism, the youth sex trade protection, and tourism disaster recovery efforts. And they also allow you to have fun in their networking events. So who can join? Any of the owners, senior executives, or managers in the tourism sectors. They need to be employed full-time to be considered as a member, and they need to be directly involved with ownership, management, operations, sales, marketing, or any other promotion work of a tourism business. The fees are paid annually through a regional club, and the prices vary per region, but on average are approximately $425. This includes affiliation with all levels of the organization, so the regional level, the national level, as well as the international level. And it includes meals for the meetings that you join, including the international conference. So in terms of sustainability, Skull Canada is affiliated with a lot of organizations, including the United Nations World Tourism Organization, International Institute for Peace, the Code, and Sustainable Travel International, to name a few from this list. They also support the United Nations Sustainable Tourism Eliminating Poverty Initiative. And the main focus is really on the Skull International Sustainable Tourism Awards. So I had the privilege to speak to Dennis Smith, who is the Executive Director of Skull Canada. And we talked a lot about the Sustainable Tourism Awards. And so I'm going to share with you what I've learned from him. So the Skull Canada Tourism Awards are recognizing global achievements of sustainability in different parts of the world and also in different categories. They will be celebrating their 19th awards this year. And Dennis told me that 6 of the awards over the years have made their way back to Canada, 4 of which were in Manitoba, which is where he is located. So he's very proud of that. The one that he spoke to me the most about was the University of Manitoba. They won the Educational Programs and Media Award in 2011, and he actually nominated them for this award. So what they did is that they developed a master's degree program in Uganda, Africa. For the first components, they sent master's and PhD students from the University of Manitoba to Uganda to help undergraduate students in the area develop a sustainable tourism industry. The second component of the sustainable tourism was that they worked with students and local guides to do mountain gorilla tours in the wildlife parks in Uganda. And they also helped set up green tours, which would include tent hotels, sustainable meal preparation, waste management, and hiking in the mountain, leaving the least, the smallest footprint possible. And then the third part of their sustainability initiative was that they worked with the communities, making artisan products that could be sold to tourists. And they also met with the chiefs of these communities to ensure that it was okay for tourists to come to these communities to see what life was like in Uganda, Africa, and to see the products that they were making in these communities. So if anything that I've talked to you about today is of interest and you'd like to join any of these associations, you can sign up at one of their websites, or you can contact ACTA through their email. And you can also join Skull Canada through contacting a regional club in your area, which you can find on the website, or you can email Dennis Smith directly at executive-director@skullcanada.org, or you can apply online at www.skull.org. Those are my references, and that is all for me.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Of course, we'll take a few minutes now to answer any questions that our viewers may have.
Hi, Lynn. My name is Ian Stalker. I work with Dan. ACTA at times has struggled to get travel agents to join. Do you have any suggestions how they might be able to increase the number of percentage of travel agents who are ACTA members?
I think that if they are able to maybe advertise more about their agency, I only really learned of them through my program. So I think that if they were able to work more on marketing to explain what is their mission, they might be able to get more more travel agents to sign on with them. But that is just my opinion. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't found anything in my research. So.
No, great suggestion. Thanks.
Thank you, Lynn. And Lynn, which of the three associations that you researched were you most impressed by in the field of sustainable tourism?
Personally, I was very impressed by Skull Canada. I like the association because I thought it was different than everything else. It's not focused so much on the policies and regulations and all the paperwork side. I thought it was really neat that there was an organization that included like global networks that you can reach out to different communities around the world and kind of get to know what their situations are like. And in terms of the sustainability, I thought that they had a lot of affiliations with different organizations, that there's a lot that they're trying to do to make tourism more sustainable. And I really enjoyed their award ceremony. When I was talking with Dennis Smith, he spoke about how they incorporate videos as part of their submissions so that people can actually see what it is that the winners of the awards are doing. And that also helps inspire the other tourism industry businesses that are trying to be more sustainable, find ways that they could do so.
That's great. Thanks, Lynn. And we'll give it another minute or so just to see if anybody else wants to submit a question.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I do believe that's it for the questions today, but I would like to thank everyone that tuned into the webinar today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. And Lynn, thank you so much for presenting, and thank you for participating in the 2020 Baxter Student Ambassador Program. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Lynn. Take care, everyone.